I'm here in Japan because of YouTube. So shout out to YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, wherever you are out there or in there, whatever. Because I decided to make content on YouTube, I somehow ended up here. And it didn't happen overnight. It took a few years, some stopping and starting. I am just glad though that even though I took a break in the middle of making content, I returned. I learned more about what I needed to do to make YouTube a viable option for me to earn money. And I did it. I did it. I've done it 3 times so far on 3 different channels. So I've just been doing a lot of self-reflection because a lot of things had to happen for everything to converge to this one point in time. And I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful for it. There was a lot of mental things that I had to work through also, just to have the right mindset to keep going no matter what, especially when YouTube, just in general, it's like not something that most people do. But I feel like it could be something that most people could do if they just decided to learn the skill of it. Because most of us, if not all of us, have something we could teach other people. We could share with other people, but we just don't think that we're qualified to do so. And I've learned, I went to Princeton, I got a degree, I did all the things, I was valedictorian, I did all of that stuff. I took the traditional route to become like a successful person. I did all of that for the first 30 or so years of my life. I'm now 42. And it's only at like around age 40 that I realized that that's not the only way to go through life. And I kept trying to fit like a square into a circle peg, right? I kept trying to do that rather than just following what my heart was telling me that I could make this work. And I could just tell my story and I could just share my experiences with people. And there would be people out there that would resonate with it. And I could help them with something, whatever it is, whether it's back pain by sleeping on the floor, which is the whole reason this Japan trip happened, is because I hyperfixated on floor futons, Japanese floor futons, story for another day. Or just helping people who might have been late diagnosed with autism and ADHD or feel like something's off and they're already halfway through their life and they feel like they're struggling, they're burnt out, and they don't know what the reason is. I've been able to build a whole channel around that and help people with that. And then I built a third channel about helping people grow on YouTube. I just like collecting channels, I guess. I don't know. All this is to say that you can do anything, because why not? I think I would have more regrets in my life if I didn't. I was starting to regret, actually, because I did quit YouTube for a little bit and I almost didn't come back. But that whole time that I was away from YouTube, I felt like I was missing out. Like that there was a part of me that there was a potential in me that I needed to try to reach. And I almost didn't listen to that voice. I almost didn't come back. I'm just so glad. I'm so glad I came back. 2 years ago, I came back to YouTube. I learned a lot about it, how to make things work. And a year ago, I was able to leave my job and do YouTube full time. And in the past year, I've made 6 figures. Every month, I'm making 5 figures. And it's not a brag. It's not a flex. I'm not working 80 hours a week. I'm just making a few videos a week about things that help other people. It takes work to figure out what that is, how to help other people, but usually it's what you've used to help yourself. Yeah, it's usually just sharing what's helped you with other people. It's not that complicated. Once you learn the skill of it, and as long as you have a growth mindset and you're okay with constructive criticism and stuff, you can do it too. But it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. And even when the progress is slow, there's a book called The Gap and the Gain. And most people live their lives in the gap. They always think about what they're lacking, what what they're still missing. They forget to look back at what they've accomplished so far, what they've gained so far. And that's especially true if you do something like learn a new skill like YouTube. You can't focus on, oh man, I don't have 100,000 subs, I'm gonna make it. You have to focus more on, oh, I have 1,000 subs now, you know, it took me a while to get here, but I have a great relationship with those 1,000 subs. Like, I did a hard thing. I could have just not done this at all and I'd have 0 subs. It's just like, just not listening to the negativity and just celebrating small wins along the way. And it's somehow compounded into this moment. And I believe it could happen to anybody, because I'm just a regular person. I'm 42 now. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be 43 soon. Got 2 kids, you know, just living a regular life. And I just happen to share it with people. So I just want to get my thoughts out there, because if you feel like you could be doing more with your life, then why not? Why not try? And I'm not saying just like quit your job and just like go travel or something. I'm just saying, off to the side, even just an hour a day, do something for you. Just an hour. You don't think it's a lot, but over time, an hour in a year is like 365 hours. And over time too, you're gonna have more time. You're probably gonna get obsessed with it because you want to get better faster. It's like pickleball. Pickleball, it's very easy to get better if you just play a little each day. So treat it like pickleball, but you could have an even bigger impact. Yeah, okay, goodbye.